Hello, stars. Welcome back. I am Mandy, and we are going to have a love read. I hope everybody has been doing well and been catching the shorts. I've been uploading shorts. Sorry, I haven't been on here for a general love reading in the past week. I am going to try to pick those back up a couple more times a week at least. So I am posting every day. They're just not full reads. So watch for the shorts. I also have other channels as well. Check the description of this video below and you can find out about that. And you can also get your very own card read with me. My email is in that description. There are ways that you can send blessings and tips in that description too. All right. I thought I just saw one turned over. Yep, I knew it. On the bottom of the deck. Look at that. The Hermit. It was turned over and on the bottom of the deck. Life's answers. Somebody might be going within to try to have some clarity. Okay. Well, but we will see. So, please, before we get started, hit that like button. Yeah, it helps the channel grow, keeps me inspired to come back here and read cards for everybody. I'm going to read cards anyways. So hit that like button. All right. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe too. That way when you log on here to your YouTube, there'll be a little dot and you'll know that I've uploaded a new video. How about that? You know what? I feel like we need to start with what's the tea. It's just been too long not to, right? All right, stars. What's the tea? I want everybody to take a deep breath and think about the person that's on your mind. What kind of answers do you need? Everybody knows their story, right? We're all adults here. Please take what resonates with your story, apply it where it needs to be applied, and leave the rest for the other stars. Ooh, two flew out while I was shuffling. We're going to pull one more. Okay, so the two that flew out were somebody caught a case and they got a bad reputation. And then the one that I pulled, somebody's kissing some ass. So caught a case. This talks about, an STD. This one specifically talks about sexual STDs. It does not talk about spiritual ones. So this is definitely a physical case. It shows rash, etc. Also kind of shows a doctor with some, whatever you would take for whatever is going on. It could be you or the person. I'm thinking this is the energy. This is the current energy, probably around someone that's on your mind. And they're, not holding up a very good reputation for themselves. So when that happens, they have to kiss a hot ass, to get back in good graces, to maybe bring themselves back up out of this bad stuff going on over here. Okay. Well, that's just the current what's the tea. So let's see what tarot has to say. All right. Well, we know these are shuffled really good, but we're going to go ahead and give them one more shuffle. What's the current energy influencing my stars and their love life right now? Current energy right now. There we go. The Ten of Swords in reverse. That talks about recovery after, man, having a lot of swords put in their back, but somebody's coming back. from it with the Ace of Cups. They are healing. Someone's healing and overflowing with love. That's a new beginning there. Yeah. All aces, those are divine new beginnings. Self love after coming up out of this. And the Knight of Cups. Okay, so this is what we got for the current energy influencing my stars love life. Let's read into this. So, looks like stars, there's been a horrible ending to something. So tens represent the ending of something, something that was very painful, very defeated you overall, overthrew you, made you feel hopeless, could very well be broken heart too. Someone broke your heart, and you're recovering from this. You are regenerating. You're starting to get the advantage on things again, and because you've been pouring into yourself. This talks about self-love. Your cup is overflowing now because you have taken care of yourself, done the things that you needed to do to heal from this. You are ready and for new beginnings. You're inspired, you're enlightened, and then here comes the Knight of Cups. How about that? And his shining armor offering his cup. This talks about expressing your creativity, your compassionate emotions. It talks about being romantic and graceful and poetic, and it's very idealistic. Okay, so looks like that by pouring into yourself, that you have now really just fully, it looks like, ready to give your love to others. You've healed. You're full self-full, ready to give that love to others. I feel like, stars, this might be you offering your cup to someone else. Yeah, you're growing. You've grown out of this, whatever this was. But there's somebody over here in this, not so good part of town, and you done moved up, moving on up, and moving on. How about that? Wow, stars. How's this person that's on your mind feeling? Let's find out. They're feeling like the emperor. Hmm. Well, that's a conqueror. That's somebody who takes charge and, you know, gets what they want because they know that they're going to get victory. Their structure, their control. They're like, I'm feeling good. So maybe this old part of town I'm talking about could, mm, be an ex, maybe? And you've got someone else on your mind? Because I do have you up here offering your cup. I feel like this emperor is someone else on your mind, stars. Do you have more than one on this board here? Or table, should I say? Okay, let's keep going. What's this emperor's intentions here? There it is. Hmm. The world in reverse. Maybe to put a stop to some nasty cycle. This emperor, I feel like, this is cycles that have been stopped, or failure, lack of fulfillment. I feel like this emperor is here to make sure no one gets you back, maybe? No, I feel like this emperor is cock blocking actually. This bad this bad part of town with this world. They're like, nope, you're not getting another cycle. Uh, it's not going to happen. It's not going to go your way. Wow. Then that emperor's intentions are to stand steady and to definitely make whatever has happened or is going on. They're making their presence very strong here. Okay. What what kind of actions do we have here? This emperor is here, not letting anything old or unfinished come through for sure. Actions are the Three of Wands in reverse. They're going to delay or create obstacles or whatever they have to do to make sure that this bad side of town don't come back through. Stars, you got somebody strong and new, don't you? Wow, how are you feeling? I got to see how you're feeling about this. How are my stars feeling about this? Seven of Swords. You're kind of guarded. You're like, I don't know. I feel like you know that this emperor's got everything that you need, but at the same time, you're just like, my cup is full. I got all this love to give, and I'll offer it to whoever I want. But this emperor is here, like, I'm not going to let nobody through. I really feel like, yeah, you're guarded against, whatever it might be. How about that? All right, well, what kind of challenges do we have here? What's the challenge? Eight of Swords. I feel like even though you're healed and you have all this overflowing love and you've done all the self work and you're giving your cup of love out, um, that you still in the back of your mind haven't forgotten the bad side of town because this is fears and doubts. That's the challenge. Talks about overthinking, keeping yourself in your own little prison. So there's something somewhere in that mind. Yeah. How about, sorry about that. Ooh, as soon as I came back, lightning struck. Woo! Okay, so what's the potential outcome, stars? The Hierophant. Potential outcome is a commitment. I feel like maybe you have healed at this point. You have filled your own cup, full of self love. You're overflowing with love. So you're giving your love to this emperor who is strong, got their stuff together. They are obviously, a warrior and is going to block any old cycles trying to come back in. So like I said, this emperor is a big old cock block, okay, for the wrong side of town. I feel like that you are just not totally sure about what you want to do. It's like you're guarded and you have a strategy, but it's almost like you want to give your love, but You still have some doubts. And I don't think it's about this emperor at all. I don't think your doubts have anything to do with this emperor. I think your doubts are in this past, this person on the wrong side of town, or whatever you want to call it. Um, because the outcome, your potential outcome here is a commitment. The Hierophant is, well, for one, it kind of looks like a priest, right? Could mean marriage, even. They talk about, I don't know, it talks about beliefs and values and things like that. So, what's your advice? Could very well end up in a commitment. Could be marriage, but a commitment, I feel like. King of Swords in reverse is your advice. I think you might very well cut away from this. The King of Swords is your advice is is maybe to watch out for someone who's plotting. Some watch out for maybe harshness or severeness. I feel like maybe try not to be so ruthless or in your hesitation. I'm going to clarify your advice. I don't normally, but I'm going to tonight. Give me one more card for the star's advice. You hear that? That is the rain. It is coming down. Ace of Swords in reverse. Tyranny and disaster. Self-destruction. Chaos. Weakness. Man, your advice is to stay away from this lack. I feel like your advice is clearly to stay away from this bad side of town, whatever that might be to you, whoever that might be to you. Okay, stars, because it's it could be bad if you don't. It could be chaos. Oh, stars. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so let's see what kind of cards we get for Kipper. What kind of messages we get from Kipper. These could be side messages. They could very well play right into this, but let's see. What does Kipper have for my stars this evening? Expectation. Someone's waiting on something. Stars, don't be waiting on nobody to get their stuff together. You got an emperor here. Family room. Somebody could be coming to visit. That family room is empty. And message. Okay, stars, this is a message of somebody waiting for someone that I feel like they loved. Someone that was part of their family, someone, you know, waiting on a message. There's been many drafts here. Okay. All right, stars, let's see what else we get. I am going to pull some Lover Oracle for you this evening. Okay, what kind of Lover Oracle messages do we have for the stars here this evening? You triggered me. Why did I deserve someone like you? Almost feels like somebody has self-sabotaged their self. Maybe this person on the bad part of town, bad side of town here, has been self-sabotaging. People don't believe in me. You know what, stars? I bet you believed in this person. And now they're missing you. Wow. Well, let's pull a couple fortune cards for you, stars. I hope you're getting a good nugget from this card read this evening. And if you haven't done so already and you're still here, please hit that like button. Moon, pay attention to your intuition, okay? You don't know everything that's been going on. Just threw that. One more fortune card for my stars. And unity. Look at there. You got the Hierophant and unity in your reading tonight. So I do believe that you are wanting a commitment. However, I feel like you might be holding off with this Seven of Swords and this Eight of Swords here together, one right after another. You do want renewal, peace, and hope, and you radiate and attract love. Obviously, you have the Ace of Cups here, and you're willing to offer it. So, stars, there's definitely commitment here if you want it, with an Emperor at that. So, let's see what kind of letter tiles we got. This could be initials of someone's name, and I'll also try to spell some words. Oh, we got the heart. Definitely love reading. We got O, T, O again, K, and T again. We got the word toot. Toot. We also got the word took. Someone took their love. Yep, that's what I got. All right. Let's see what kind of charms we get. Ooh, there's one. There's another. We got a clock. I've been throwing things. And at 11 o'clock, the time is 11:11. New beginnings. Then we have a cross with this, what looks like a skeleton crawling up it. Yeah. Maybe somebody, the new beginning has to do with, I feel like sacrificing something old. And it's worrisome. This is a worried owl. But I don't think you should let it worry you too much because the universe is with you. Like, that is 3 times something has fallen out of my hand or I threw something. I really just lost control. So that's got to be a sign of something. Somebody has dropped the ball. No, I don't know. Okay, stars. That's what I have for you. The last card I pull this evening is going to be just for you. Okay? So, little positivity, something to think about, but something just for you. All right, what kind of message for my stars? Just for my stars. Peace. Look, Very good. Goddess in sacred name, a light within me, pieces flame. How about that? Number 9. All right, stars. That's what I have for you. Until next time. Bye.